It's your boy Taz, and you are watching or listening to the Intro Podcast. It's been a very long time.
Pastor Long, huh?
Pastor and Deacon Long is in the house. It's been a minute since we have been able to sit and chat, but I got so much to talk about. So if you watched me on Facebook before we started doing this recording, I'll let you guys know, like, I'm down. I want to smoke today.
Oh, you with the BS? Huh?
I want to smoke.
You on my level today?
I have some stuff to talk about. They gonna call me Pastor Petty.
Oh, let's go. I'm with it.
It's JR and Pastor Petty today. Because people, I don't know. But before I even go there, you know, I always ask, what's going on with you? How's the family?
Everything good. I'm kid free for a little bit. Trying to enjoy life, whatnot. More importantly though, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you good?
As long as I got this Noble, I'm wonderful.
Oh yeah, this Noble actually is pretty good.
It's light.
Yeah, it got a light taste to it, but what is it? Triple distilled vodka made right here in north of us in Denton, Texas. And it got a nice taste to it, especially if you pair it with some lemonade. You get a nice little blueberry lemonade action going here. But it might.
I just about to say,
sneak up on you.
You know, if you know me in past shows, or even if you don't know me, let me let y'all in on a little secret. Whenever these shows end, I go to bed
right away.
I be asleep, and Noble might not be too noble for me. Noble might do something to me, but I'm here for it, man. Cakes.
Yeah.
I need cakes, and I'm not talking about them kind of cake. Y'all nasty. I know what y'all mind is. I ain't talking about that kind of cake. But if you want to get me that kind of cake,
oh wow,
I told y'all I want all the smoke.
I see.
I'm here for that kind of cake too. But see, I even tell him I wanted his cakes.
Oh Lord. See, I didn't.
But speaking of cakes, my niece Jazzy is where, and she's baking out this world. Let's talk about it.
She is up north visiting her granny right now, and she done made about 3 cakes in the last week. And they just can't keep none in the pan. Like, they've been devouring it as soon as they hit the table.
I feel a little neglected. Jasmine, I hope your father actually just plays this one part, because the rest of the show I don't think you want to listen to. But I feel neglected because I saw the picture that Mom posted on Facebook, and my mouth started watering and my tongue started to miss that taste of the last cake that you baked from scratch. So whenever you get back in town, or if you see this after you're back in town, Uncle Taz needs some goods. Oh, you know what would be wonderful? But she's not of age yet.
What? Like an alcohol cake or something like that?
No, a weed cake.
A weed cake.
She can bake the weed. No, she can't bake the weed. But JR can.
No, hold on. We actually know somebody for that.
Okay, let's talk about it.
No, and it's somebody who's previously been on the show.
We know somebody for that. What my niece said. God dog it. I gotta call her because I need that in my life.
We gonna be hitting you up soon.
Very, very soon. I see her all on social media doing her posting of everything that she have going on with the candles and the cupcakes and all that. Congratulations, niece, on your endeavors.
Oh yeah.
You're doing it big, and I'm excited to know that I know you. 25. The top 25 best mixtape rappers of all time. We already went down the list prior to this show, but some of these, I don't know if they were awake when they done this listing. If you know me, I'm not a hip hop person, but I do know people.
I'm not sure if let's just say I'm not sure if this was us that created this list. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this off.
Wait. Before you say that, I realized something.
What's that?
We're gonna get back to this. I don't like people. Personally, I don't like people.
Sounds
but
like me.
Shows that discuss culture, but only have one person from the culture on that show.
And that person probably ain't even about the culture. in the first place.
And I'm talking about TMZ.
Ooh. Is this what we doing today?
I'm recognizing TMZ cover a lot of our culture, but it's dead because, if I'm not mistaken, last time I watched TMZ last week, there was only one black person, one black female on that show.
What happened to the other two?
Gone.
L'Oreal,
I can't think of what her name is, but she was just on the Breakfast Club last week as a guest. She's not there no more. So I don't understand how or why, if you know you're going to talk about certain things, you should have people that represent that in the room while you're talking about it, especially in research, because you can feel like you know something,
but you never really get that experience.
And what you're saying is biased based on the fact of this is something that you've read, nothing that you've actually gone through.
Exactly.
So TMZ, we gotta do better, man. Get some. If y'all gonna discuss hip hop culture, get some hip hop in that room, please. Speaking of hip hop, let's go back 25 best mixtape rappers of all times. I'm gonna let you have it, JR.
So this comes from beatsrhymeslist.com, and I'm gonna just tell y'all up front, I don't agree with this list.
I don't either.
I'm gonna go ahead and read it off to y'all anyway. Okay, so we starting off number 25. We have Chance the Rapper. I believe Chance should be higher up on that list.
Man.
Number 24, French Montana. To me, he don't belong on the list at all. Number 23, Gunplay.
What would I know from Gunplay? The name sounds familiar.
If you don't know, then that's exactly why you don't need to go on this list.
That part.
Number 22, The Game.
Okay, now this is more my generation right here.
Right. So 21, Cameron, Mr. Pink himself.
Diplomats.
I believe that's fair for Cameron where he is right now. Now 20,
number
Rick
20.
Ross. I've heard mixtapes from Rick Ross. I believe he probably should be higher up on the list. Not by far, but I believe he should be higher up on the list. Now, I'm more upset about number 19, Chief Keef, because how the hell did he beat Rick Ross? Well, that's what I'm upset about.
Dropping Almighty Soul, the reason enough to call Sosa a mixtape. Wait, would he be considered a mixtape legend?
Not in my eyes, no. Number 18, Kevin Gates.
Come on, Louisiana.
Who I believe should be higher up on the list because Kevin Gates consistently drops music. In between albums, he drops mixtapes, so I believe he should definitely be higher than number 18.
Kevin Gates is out there, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
He outside.
Yeah, he definitely outside the box. He far from the box.
I saw one of his performances where he was on stage talking about what he would do to a girl, and it's almost like he was beating. He had her in front of him, and he was beating the hell out of her.
Yeah,
he scares me. He scares the hell. To be such a peaceful guy, he scares me. Shout out to Chick-fil-A, by the way.
Not scared.
I'm just saying, who is this person that I've never heard of in my life?
So number 17, Action Bronson, who I know very little about. He's done some work with Alchemist, but I don't think he's done enough to be number 17, personally. Number 16, Pusha T. We know
I'm familiar with Pusha.
We know Pusha bring the smoke. He bring the fire every time. And he's no holds bars. He don't give a fuck what he say. Number 15. Some people might have mixed feelings about this.
This is throwback,
but I agree with the person on the list. I honestly think he should be a little higher up. But number 15 is Chameleonaire, aka the mixtape Messiah.
Would you consider him the king of Texas?
The king of Texas? No. Bun B is the king of Texas. I don't care what nobody say.
Bun B, okay.
Bun B, hands down. Shout out to Bun B and his new establishment, Trill Burgers, by the way, down in Houston.
We need to take a trip.
Let's go.
Adonis, we're going to Houston to go to Trill Burgers.
Let's go. All right, number 14, Big Crit, Mississippi's own.
Come on, Miss.
I think this is fair placement for Big Crit, number 14. Number 13, Styles P. Me knowing his capabilities.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be higher up on the list. Mm-hmm. Styles is responsible for a lot more of hip-hop culture than we know about.
Yeah.
He's ghostwritten for several artists, and his flow and what he brings to hip-hop is just it's so versatile and it's so impactful. So I believe he needs to be higher on the list.
I'm reading this. It says borrowing beats from all over culture, Peace Massacre. Each one of the cold-hearted freestyles proving his worth as the New York veteran as he shared the Outkast Miss Jackson. That was one of my favorite Outkast songs.
Yeah.
It's amazing to know who your favorite singer, rapper, producer, writer has had inspiration from.
Oh yeah.
Or who they've actually worked with, because you're so involved in who they are now that you don't really get the opportunity to figure out or find out who they were before this point.
Right.
So for them to mention that was pretty dope for me. Let's go number 12.
Right. Number 12, Meek Mill. I feel like that's honorable. Right,
Mr. Philly.
Yeah. The whole Dream Chaser series that he got going. He did some incredible work on the Dream Chaser series, by the way. Number 11, Wale. I believe this should be switched with Meek Mills. I believe they should. I mean, they both right where they in the same range, but I believe that Wale should be number 12. Meek Mill should be number 11. But that's my own personal opinion.
Who are we?
Top 10. I gotta take the glasses off.
Let's go top 10.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx and Parade Revolt.
Don't even do
these glasses.
Whatever. They clone Tyrone. We gonna clone them damn glasses.
Well, these are the mogul glasses.
I want those.
We might be able to get you a pair.
Sure.
So let's start off top 10.
Top 10. Let's go.
Top 10. We got Young Jeezy for Trap or Die. This series
I like Jeezy's voice,
and a lot of people like his voice and his ad libs. Jeezy did have a lot going with mixtapes, especially where he was at the beginning of him getting into the game. So I get that fair placement. Number 9, Jadakiss.
This is in my zone. I know these guys right here. I feel like I'm ready. Let's go.
Jadakiss, that's definitely fair placement. Jadakiss's his flow, his delivery is on point every time. You can't stop Jadakiss when he comes down. Number 8, I completely disagree with.
I have not heard nothing from this guy since I was forever.
Number 8, Lloyd Banks.
50, what do you think about this?
Granted, I mean, I ain't heard much of his mixtape stuff.
I haven't either.
As a whole, period. Everything that I've heard from him was under the G Unit, was with his work with 50 anyway. So I ain't heard too many of his other mixtapes, so this is questionable to me. Now, I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of research on this one. But number 8, Lloyd Banks. Number 7, Young Thug. Now, that's actually on point.
I need my thug to get out of jail.
What?
I miss him. He's sassy.
You call him sassy?
He's sassy.
I don't know how to take that.
He's sassy. I miss him whenever he first came. Like that Young Thug that was introduced to the world. I miss sassy. Him and Uzi Vert.
And both of them questionable, but maybe that's why you like them.
I love it. They ugly too.
Number 6, Fabulous.
Fabolous. I had to actually look at it. I'm just saying.
You got to give Fab his props on this one. I think this is definitely fair placement for Fab coming in at number 6. Fab never misses.
Yeah.
Fab can do a whole album without damn near freestyle if he wanted to. So
I am definitely a Fab fan.
Number 5, the man everybody loves to hate, Mr. Future. Mr. Toxic himself comes in at number 5 with all of his mixtapes, which that's fair placement.
I have a new appreciation for Future, and it has nothing to do with his music.
Why is that?
I absolutely love the podcast that he has with his son.
Is him that he got a podcast with his son? I know 2 Chainz got one.
Yeah.
Is it 2 Chainz?
It's 2 Chainz.
It's 2 Chainz?
It's not Future.
It's not Future, y'all.
Future probably won't some podcasts with his children, but unfortunately,
now you made it awkward. Shout out to 2 Chainz though, and his and the podcast with his son is actually pretty dope. And
I love his son.
His son is very smart.
Very smart.
Honestly, I'm upset now because why is 2 Chainz
not on the list?
2 Chainz should definitely be on this list. Anyway, going forward.
I told you I don't know rap. I just know people.
Lord. Going forward, number 4, 50 Cent.
I love this picture they have of him. It reminds me of you.
I don't see how. Now, if y'all know anything about 50's work, 50 outworked a lot of artists in the early 2000s before his album Get Rich or Die Trying was released. He dropped mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. So shout out to 50 making number 4. Number 3.
I don't know too much about this guy.
Number 3 is the Southside living legend Currency.
What would I know about him?
Currency was signed to a label years ago. He decided to completely go independent. Since then, he's dropped a few albums, but he's dropped a lot of mixtapes. So as far as number of mixtapes, I agree with Currency's placement being in number 3, but the quality of his mixtapes, personally, and I like Currency, but the quality of his mixtapes, I don't think he should be number 3. I definitely believe he should be top 10, but I don't think he should be number 3.
Shout out to artists that were signed with labels and went independent. Do you know the rapper Lil Wop?
I heard of him. I don't know too much about Lil Wop though.
I'm going to introduce you to Lil Wop.
I'm not sure if I want to.
No, you're going to want to know Miss Wop.
Miss Wop?
You're going to want to know Miss Wop.
I don't know.
Number 2. Come on, this is me right here.
I don't know if that's for good reasons or not. Now, number 2.
While you're talking about them, I'm going to pull him up.
Speaking of WAP, number 2 is Goo Wop.
Come
Mr.
on.
Gucci Mane himself. Mr. Gucci Mane here landed a number 2 spot as far as best mixtapes, best mixtape rapper. Because, I mean, if you know anything about Gucci, he's dropped more mixtapes than almost anyone.
He's young. That's the mixtape guy.
In jail, out of jail, Gucci has countless mixtapes out here in circulation, and most of his best hits actually come from mixtapes, and then they might later be on an album, but most of his greatest work is on mixtapes.
I love the name of the first mixtape they have.
Chicken Talk?
Chicken.
Right. that was one of them, but yeah, he's got countless mixtapes out there, so shout out to Gucci Mane making number 2. I agree with this. Now, of course, everybody's number 1, and we had this conversation before.
If he wasn't no number 1, this whole damn list was gonna be
fraud. If this person wasn't number 1. Number 1, the man everybody loves, Tunechi, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne,
and the crowd goes wild.
I gotta give Lil Wayne his flowers on this one. Lil Wayne did countless mixtapes between the early 2000s to the almost 2010.
Yeah,
he did countless mixtapes. He was on countless features. Lil Wayne did so much work that he didn't even remember some of the work that he did.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Lil Wayne. I definitely agree with him being number 1 on this list.
I am a fan.
He did so much with building the Young Money brand and everything with the mixtape circuit that he brought out. And he brought a lot of artists with him. I
love the loyalty that comes with Young Money, because you look at today, Drake is just that guy.
Yeah.
And you won't have too many interviews where Drake won't say, "I'm here because of Lil Wayne."
Yeah.
You won't have too many interviews where Nicki not gonna shout out Lil Wayne. So that, the question was asked or have been asked on other podcasts and radio shows: which would you want more, respect or loyalty? Give me loyalty any day.
Loyalty. Respect is cool. I mean, respect is definitely mandatory, but loyalty, I'll take it in a heartbeat. You don't find too many loyal people out there these days.
So I'm gonna show you this, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
What's that?
You see, right?
That's Lil Wop?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you like Lil Wop? Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. This smirk on his face is questionable. What you got up your sleeve, Taz?
It's the fact that he don't have any sleeves at all.
Huh?
Are you ready?
I'm not sure if I am ready.
For WAP 2023.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Nah, you're a little too happy about this. Flip the image. Flip the image. Nah.
What?
I need more drink. I didn't even see that. It's like a Jaden Willow Smith mashup.
But like in prior interviews, after in doing my research, I discovered that in some interviews, before he went to this drastic measure, he had already let the world know that he was into, or he thought transsexuals were attractive. And if I'm not mistaken, he was signed to Gucci. And
he's not anymore?
Like, they parted ways like years and years ago.
I bet.
Shut up.
Probably trying to come on Gucci.
But I love the fact that I go to his Instagram all the time because you will have guys who are on his Instagram that's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. Yada, da, 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 da. I'm unfollowing you. So? But 2 weeks later, that same person, because he's posted another picture, is still commenting on him. Like, why not just be like, okay, look, I'm not supposed to like this, but I do.
Well, who says you ain't supposed to like? Like, you like what you like. That's why I don't understand people these days. You like what you like. If you like it, then like it. Personally, I don't like it, but that's me.
So
that's
it's okay
me.
if I like you?
I don't give a fuck what you like. You like what you like.
Y'all, he have his legs out, y'all, and y'all know how I am about JR's legs.
I don't know how they know. I don't know how they know, because I don't know. But anyway, it's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna tell him, and I'm gonna tell him it's a secret. Y'all can't hear the secret though.
Lord.